Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief. I just got this Space Jam LA Lakers limited edition cap all the way from the United States of America. This is like the coolest new addition to my collection of caps. All right, guys. So welcome to week 50. Welcome to my Instagram live with Space Jam on my head. All right, let me firstly do my traditional shout out to everyone. Chaima, Amani, AVP, Ibn Abbas, SS Offici, Generous Pretty, the V official, which is Laureen, Amani. How are you, Amani? Alright, Spider in the Web, Rita, QNet Official, Zulu, what's up, Zul, all the way from Singapore, Bharati, how are you, ma? Shruti06, and then Arvin, Tipa, and Izan, how are you, Izan? How are you, Tipa? V Council Tipa in the house, Kalai must be with her, Sandeep Chari, alright, VKS Hijat, Vicky Ras, what's up, Vix? All the way from Singapore. Muqtadir, all the way from Kenya. Naresh Kumar, Akash, Sarah Zalmadi. Bonjour, bonjour. How are you, Sarah? Still remember you from ISB. Bubala, alright. Royal Saurabh, Hawa Singh, Ramya. Rams, is that you? I don't know. I think it's Ramya. Ramya. On my Instagram live, what's up, Rams? S. Singh, Nick Tore, Adli Hassan, V partner, Adli Hassan in the house. Alright, Change, Zainu, Ritti, PR, Dinesh. Alright, Kala is there separately, not with Tipa. Kweku, Amal, Gil Shahil. Alright, Sailawanvina, Kazakhstan. Alright. Saila Uonias. I hope I said it right. Privyet. Farsana, Sultan, Disha, Hirlunga. Alright. Yes, Rams. Thanks for verifying it's you. I thought there was somebody trolling me. Merdat, Vikish, Baumiku, Perry. How are you, Perry, in London? Miss you. Alright, Edwin, is that you? Edwin in the house, Manita, Shani, Shahinak, Vinit, Hassan. Alright, everyone else, guys. Greetings to my V family all over the world. Alright, this is your chief. Welcome to week 50. The countdown to the close of 2021 is coming slowly but surely. So we have 3 more weeks of 2021, week 50, 51, 52. We are in week 50 right now. And guys, QNet, just on Saturday, early morning, Friday midnight, the starting of week 50, launched the Lead to Succeed Bonanza. Alright, and last night at 4 in the morning, I recorded a Bonanza video, which I sent to Suresh. I hope it goes out on my Lauren tried to get it from Suresh, put it in my Instagram, alright, so you guys can watch it. It's a video explaining this Bonanza, alright, which is rewarding 2 behaviors. Number 1, never stop being a networker. Presentación. Number 2, bill your people. Alright, bill your people's checks. So there is a direct referral bonus and there is a team building bonus, which I love this bonanzas from QNet. So QNet, thank you, Japadas Bismarck, thank you, the one and only Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran in our founders, our respected, beloved mentors and founders. All right, guys. So welcome to my week 50 Insta Live. Well, guys, I don't know why, but last Wednesday I spoke on my Wednesday message about what you should do before you go into 2021. I addressed a few points. And one point I addressed, which applies equally to all the networkers and all the corporate guys watching, is clean your slate. Alright? If you understand what it means. It means that when you are building a network, building a team, working in a team, and you have finished 50 weeks of a journey together, 49 weeks together in 1 year, there's bound to be issues. There's bound to be disagreements. There's bound to be emotional turmoil, all right, to the highest level. And all of these things messes up, if you realize, all right? It takes away your ability to be happy. Because if you have unresolved issues in life, that means you are not mentally free. You are in that emotional turmoil prison, okay? Your ego has taken over, all right? And you are depressed, sad, upset, easily angry, unproductive. Your presentations don't create results. You can't do training, blah, 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 blah. And you're not happy. So what I said on my last Wednesday message to my Insta followers, if you don't watch my Wednesday message, I said clean the slate, which simply means resolve all outstanding issues, guys. All right? Resolve it. Resolve it, resolve it, resolve it. Okay? Resolve all outstanding issues before you start 2022. And this is important because ultimately, unless you are living in a cave alone, which means you would not be working for QNet, the V or Q lifestyle, and you will not be a networker because you wouldn't have any prospects to sign up. So unless you are living in a cave alone, meditating and planning to live there forever, all right, then you won't have relationship issues. But the rest of us, simple-minded, people who are living a normal life, okay, especially building a network marketing business, you're going to have issues. Now, recently, a lot of people after my Wednesday message send me personal messages, all right, asking me advice on how to resolve their issue with their upline, how to resolve their issue with their downline. A lot of corporate guys have come to me and said, how do I resolve issues with my boss, my subordinates, my colleagues, cross-line, different department, all right, and stuff like that. And I realized that this was the most important thing I learned in my journey of 23 years of being a downline of Dato Sri Vijay. And I never understood why. Every time I sat down with Dato Sri, he would emphasize on teaching me the art of managing relationships, the art of resolving conflict, okay, the art of confronting before it becomes a conflict. Okay, and I've spoken about this on my Wednesday message before. I've spoken about it on Insta before. But I just wanted to speak about it this Sunday because I think this seems to be bothering a lot of people. I'm serious, guys. I got at least 50, 60, 70 private messages from so many people around the world asking me advice on how they handle this stuff that they're going through. JR Maya in the house. What's up? JR Maya just took his booster shot, proudly announcing it on his Insta. Congratulations. All right. And I realized, please mention your name, Hakan 65208. All right. Okay. All right. So before I continue, guys, about relationships, Assalamualaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Privyet to everyone in the Russian-speaking region. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour to everyone in the French-speaking countries. Apa kabar Indonesia, Malaysia. Ni hao ma, Hong Kong. Mekalawa. Xin chao, Vietnam. Alright. Namaste. Vanakkam. Namaskaram to India. Aibowan to Sri Lanka. And Vanakkam to Sri Lanka also. Alright. Vigets. Hola. Alright, greetings to everyone in Q and Europe. I love you guys. Basic marhaba, salam to my brothers and sisters in Iran. Greetings to everyone around the world, guys. And now let me get back to my topic. And I want you to listen carefully. That this Instagram live, I want you to not just be entertained by my gorgeousness and the Space Jam cap, but also to listen to what changed my life. Alright, the lessons that I learned from Dato Sri Vijay that I applied. Okay, firstly, the truth, the fact that nobody can avoid. As long as you live in an environment which involves other human beings, there's bound to be issues. So don't live in la la land thinking that everything will be perfect in all your relationships. Now, all relationships start beautiful. Even upline, downline, all holding hands. I love you, you love me, we are going to be number one. And exactly in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I hate him, chief. I don't care. I don't want to see his face anymore. I'm breaking away and starting my Cobra group. Are you guys with me now? And Adli knows this, all right? As we partners, we manage these conflicts in all the organizations. Now, in the corporate world, if you ask Ramya, all right, Vicky, Zul, Loreen, Rita, all right, Edwin is there, J.R. Meyer, my brother, who's a director in the QI group, there is always issues. Now, why do these issues happen? Okay, it starts with expectation. In every relationship, there is expectation. You expect the person to behave in a certain way. That person expects you to behave in a certain way. And the minute you do not meet each other's expectation, boom, World War III. All right, it happens. Welcome to life. Now, two reasons why this happens. Basically, both people are equally arrogant, driven by their ego and morons. Second reason is they never leveled expectation when they started their relationship. They never spoke. They never expressed themselves. They suppress. They didn't say what they felt when they felt it. Instead, they kept it inside and it grew into an uncontrollable monster and then snap. One day you just snap, guys. All right? So I think speaking to each other, talking, listening to each other is very important. And I know we're all busy with presentation, trainings, KPIs and all that stuff, TATs. But you need to take time to release the steam. Some of you have cooked before. I'm a master chef. All right. So whether you cook like dal, okay, or lentils, before you make dal tadka, which is a very famous lentil soup or gravy in India and around the world, actually, even Kazakhstan, I'm sure you go to an Indian restaurant, you have heard of dal. All right. You put it in a pressure cooker to soften it. And on top of the pressure cooker, there is a valve, whatever you call it. Okay. All right. My England, not so good. Okay, Perry. So you have a valve on top of the pressure cooker. So when the pressure of the steam builds up inside, it will come out through the valve and it goes like psss, or whistling sound, And that happens every time the pressure builds up and no longer can be contained by the pressure cooker. Now in relationships, you need that valve. You need that valve to basically release the pressure that will naturally build up in any team, in any relationship, all right? Because you're pushing each other, okay? You're going towards a goal, a dream, and everyone's way of reaching that goal or dream will be different. Not everyone agrees. But the mistake we all make is we don't talk enough. You understand? There's a song called We Don't Talk Anymore. We don't talk anymore. Vix, tell me who sang it. We don't talk anymore. Na, 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 na. All right, it's a new song, I think. We don't talk anymore. Okay, and that's what happens. Now, this happens for a couple of reasons. Now, to the networkers, let me address this. All uplines, after a while, fall into this superiority complex syndrome, where they believe, I am the upline, and all of you, my downlines, must listen to me. This is called the dictator syndrome, okay? It happens to the best of the best people. And if you don't have a mentor who hammers the crap out of you consistently, you're going to become a dictator in some form or another, all right? Because an upline feels that they have this power given by the gods of network marketing, because the word upline, that means you are up, everyone else is downline. You see, maybe we should change the term, Adli. Maybe we should not be like all the other morons and call it upline, downline. All right? Because it gives a false sense of superiority to the upline. And initially, every upline starts with, let's talk. What do you think? What do you think? What's your opinion? What's your suggestion? How can we make our team stronger? All right, let's talk. Let's come to my house. Let's have coffee and we sit down until 3, 4 in the morning and we talk about this stuff, okay? That's the first 6 months, second 6 months, third 6 months. By the fourth 6 month, most uplines will say, okay, listen, all right, we're going to do this. No more discussion. No more openness. No more consensus management. The most important rule Dato Sri Vijay taught me. Even if you know what to do, seek the opinions of others. Because you may have missed something. Especially when you are 100% certain you know what to do. that's when you should seek consensus. That's the most important time to seek consensus, all right? And then to the corporate guys, of course, you got manager, senior manager, senior manager, chief, and then, chief of chief, and the group chief, and the super duper chief, okay? All right? And all of that builds up a false feeling of superiority over your people, okay? And that's a mistake you make. That's when you lose the connection. You lose the sense of team. All right. Now, every team has a leader. Every corporate department has a leader. But the position of leadership is not a position of power and dictatorship. The position of leadership is actually a position of duty, responsibility, love, care towards your people. You understand? And this is the first mistake people make, which creates conflict in the group. The second, all right, is the fact that you have a goal to achieve. And we are all very driven by our goals and dreams, guys. Do whatever it takes. And I am very guilty of this. When I have a goal, all right, I will not sleep. I will not eat. I will work 24 hours freaking a day to reach that goal and dream. And I used to make the mistake, and thank God Dato Sri Vijay corrected me. I used to make the mistake of being so focused on my goal alone without getting everyone in my team to buy into that goal and be with me on my journey. So a lot of people could actually achieve their goals alone sometimes, but then they reach their goal and they look around. There's nobody to celebrate with. You're all alone. And why I love network marketing is because you cannot succeed alone. The only way you can truly succeed, the only way you can truly become a max out king or queen is if you help others succeed. You understand? And this is the beauty of network marketing. Now in corporate, it's slightly different, guys. All right. Sometimes managers want to hoard all the glory and recognition, and sometimes they don't even want their staff to grow and succeed. Okay, but that's a different ballgame. That's very driven by ego. Thank God the QI group and the V has a system of ISB, the zone with Dato Sri Vijay. All right, mentoring sessions, a system. And every system we have is just to make sure people's egos don't grow too big in networking or in corporate. All right? So that's the second point. All right? Even if you're driven by your goal and your TAT, don't try to get there alone. Because you could, but you will not be able to sustain it. That any form of success requires you to rely on others to achieve your success, whether it's your upline, downlines, your mentors, our great founders, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. And so never go anywhere alone. Why would you achieve anything alone when you could do it together with your family, your friends, your staff, your downlines? Why? Being successful alone is so sad and pathetic. What's the use of all the money in the world if you don't have valuable relationships or beautiful relationships? You understand? All right? And the third point is, everyone doesn't like to confront. And don't get me wrong, guys. I completely understand how you feel. I am equally guilty. Dato Sri had to drag me out of my comfort zone of not confronting. Now, I can easily confront emotionally. Don't get me wrong. I can lose it and confront anyone. You understand? But that was not confrontation. Confrontation cannot be with emotion. You must be detached. You must leave your emotions at the door, as Dato Sri Vijay always shares. All right? And you confront the issue, not the person. I was very good at confronting the person. I had a lot of issues with people, and I managed it wrongly, and I lost a lot of relationships in the early days. Today, thanks to Dato Sri Vijay's mentoring and guidance, all right, I can confront the issue without being emotional. And I'm very proud of myself for this. Because I used to be a wreck emotionally. I used to get angry from 0 to 100 in 6 seconds, Now I rarely get angry. anymore. I don't get frustrated. I don't get disappointed. I stay detached. I leave my emotions at the door and I confront issues. And the rule of confronting issues, all of you have to remember, is confront when it happens. Don't wait for 1 year. Don't after 1 year say, okay, chief, I have gathered enough strength to confront my upline or my downline or my brother or my sister or husband and wife or whatever. And then you go to that person. That person thinks everything is hunky-dory, beautiful for the past 1 year. And suddenly say, hey, 1 year ago you hurt my feelings, brother. And I want to talk about it now. Moronism at the highest level. Say what you feel when you feel it. Don't sweep it under the carpet and drag it. Kalai learned this lesson. Finally. Alright? It's not personal, guys. It's only about the issue. There is no use making it personal. Make it about the issue. Because if we don't resolve the issue, it impacts lives. You see, we are not in a traditional business where you can have conflict in your organization and the company still runs. We are in a people business. It's network marketing. You understand? It's all about relationships. Even if you are in corporate QI, it's all about relationships. The strength of your relationship ultimately decides the size of your check. The strength of your relationships ultimately decides the success of the company. That is today's world, guys. We don't live in our grandfather's time. All right, where is yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. They were devoted to their bosses. They would never disagree with their bosses. You understand? But we are in a different era today. Our kids are confronting us, guys. Your kids are not going to shut up, listen and do, not like us. All right? The generation is changing. People are evolving. So you must learn to keep up with times. That I am a firm believer. Firm believer. Alright, and I'm so grateful Dato Sri Vijay instilled this DNA in me. That how successful Pathman will be is completely dependent on how successful his relationships are. This is the world we live in today. Don't be fooled. Just because you're upline doesn't mean anything. Your downlines can walk away tomorrow and work directly with the V. Alright, they can do what we call in networking a breakaway. Alright, your employees can totally shut you out of their minds and go higher upline and work with everyone else. So you have to be an expert. I believe if you truly want to be successful in 2022, if there's one skill that you must learn, there's one skill you have to improve, is the skill of managing relationships. Because that is what is going to define 2022 to all of us. That is what is going to define the success of QNet, the V, Q Lifestyle, all right? Each of your network organizations. The success of your network organization is going to be completely dependent on how well you manage relationships. So always confront before there's conflict. Never confront with emotions. Leave your freaking emotions at the door. Confront the issue, never the person. All right? Are you guys with me? Okay, now how do you... so the next point is, I said clean the slate. So if you already reach a point of conflict, you upline, brother, sister, husband, wife, all right? Now to the married people, I only got one advice, all right? To all the men, okay? Just move on with life, especially if the women are already mothers of your children, okay? 3 words you have to master. It's not I love you. It is I am sorry. Master these words and your life will be beautiful. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, just come home and say, I'm sorry. And life will be beautiful, okay? Because remember, she's now the mother of your children, all right? She pays the biggest price to bring up your kids. You still have a regular, normal life. So to all the mothers on my Instagram live, I love you. I respect you so much for the sacrifices and the dedication that you do to bring up your children. To all the mummies, all the ammas on the call, I love you guys so much, all right? So what happens if there's a conflict? Now, a conflict means confrontation went wrong, you didn't follow the rules, you were emotional, shout, 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 okay, fight, 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 and now there's a conflict. But you're still in that team, you're still in that environment. So before the year ends, you need to resolve your conflict. So I'm going to give you the names of people who can help you resolve your conflict. Atli Hassan, Arun George, David Sharma, Sati Senati Raja, Dave Joel, Dave Wadvani, alright, Dr. Motas, Mohanat, Mahindra Kumar, Ferdi, alright, Donna, TG, okay, Sachin, Kavita, Hendra Neelam, okay, Ranjit Singh, Kuna, okay, all of these are the V partners, Padma, okay, these are all the V partners. All right, and the role of why we have the V partners, because the V partners are all cross-line, but they all come together as one team, the most powerful network marketing team in the world, the V. All right, they are your grand uplines, okay? And of course, you got me, Dato Sri Japa, our great founders. Dato and Japa also handle conflicts every single day in the QI board, in the V partners, okay? That's their specialty. They are like magicians when it comes to handle conflicts. I've seen Dato Sri Vijay and Japa, our great founders, handle conflicts like masterpiece, okay? So what you need to do, you need to involve a neutral third party. You don't have a choice. So if you have a conflict with your V partner, right, then you have to bring a neutral V partner to resolve that conflict. So this is a neutral third party which is respected by all parties involved in the conflict. Does that make sense? A neutral third party which is respected by all parties involved in the conflict. Because conflict is not only 2 people. It can be 20 people. It can be 15 people. It can be a lot of people, okay? So that conflict can only be resolved by a neutral third party. So from now until end of the year, all right, if you have a conflict that's unresolved, go upline. If your conflict is with your upline, go higher. If you have a conflict, hi Shipra, I see you. All right. If you have a conflict with the other upline, then you go higher. Eventually, you will reach a V partner, guys. And V partners are always neutral. And they've been trained and mentored by the great founders, Japa and Dato Sri. So we'll resolve your conflict. But resolve all conflicts. Don't drag it into 2022. If you take your conflict into 2022, you will not be able to start the year right. And if you don't start the year right, all right, it's just not, you're not going to succeed, guys. Start the year right. Clean the slate. Resolve all conflicts. Use a neutral third party respected by all parties involved in the conflict. Now, my final message in the last minute to all of you guys on this Instagram Live. We have a 4-week bonanza. 2-week early bird, 2-week regular. Week 50, 51, 52, and the week 1 of 2022. Please, raise the bar higher. Don't switch off like rest of the world. I'm serious, guys. I'm talking to people and everyone is on kumbaya holiday mode. Oh, I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm taking a day off. I'm taking a week off. I'm taking a month off. You don't need any time off, guys. We are entrepreneurs. This is our life. This is our business. This is our livelihood. This is the future of our kids. All right? So you don't need time off. You get time off when you're financially free, baby. Are you guys with me or not? So please, these 4 weeks, week 50, 51, 52, and week 1 of the brand new year of 2022, raise the bar higher. Don't sleep. Cancel your wedding. Cancel your holidays. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Remember the answer. Presentation, presentation, presentation. TAT, non-negotiable. And to the rest of you watching, be a master of managing relationships on 2022. Clean the slate. Resolve all conflicts. And then fly into 2022 with the right momentum, right attitude, the right relationships that have been managed, and make 2022 your greatest year. Are you guys with me? So this is your chief saying, I love you guys. It's bonanza time. So wherever you are in the world, the next 4 weeks will define, all right, okay, who you are. Relationships is part and parcel of our journey of life. So your success in anything you do, corporate or network, all right, anything you do, your success is defined purely by the strength of your relationships. The strength of your relationship is defined by how well you are managing your relationships. And like Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez sang the song, We Don't Talk Anymore. Don't listen to that song. Talk, talk, talk. Say what you feel when you feel it. Love you guys. Welcome to the Lead to to succeed. Bonanza time.